Hello! Originally this video was going to be part of my goals video, but guess what? I failed my other 2 goals. Oops. But I felt like this was substantial enough that I can make it its own video, so enjoy! Alright, my bathroom light is off because it's attached to the fan, which is loud AF. So I just got my colored dye in the mail yesterday, and today's Saturday morning, so I figured it's the perfect time to cut my hair and dye it. So I have my straightener going in the back here. I'm gonna straighten my hair as straight as can be so I can get like nice clean lines. And I think I'm gonna be following a tutorial from Mondo because I really wanted layers, and then I saw he did a shag hair tutorial, which is probably a bit more extreme than I was wanting, but I figure if I use that as a guide, I could get close to what I was wanting. All right, enough talking, let's go do it. You guys are just gonna have to deal with the sound of the fan. I'm so sorry. So in his tutorial, he said that you should take off length first before you do your layerings. I personally don't know why, but just because I don't understand something doesn't mean that it's not crucial. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try my absolute best, and if Jordan, my husband, was awake right now, I'd ask him to help me out, but I don't expect him to be up probably for a while. And it's Saturday, whatever. So I have combed my hair back as straight as I can and tied it in place with hair tie, and hopefully that keeps everything in place so I can take the length off. And I think that should work okay. Wish me luck. Margins and we make way for happy hours and Maytime, June time, love time and but we're gonna work on cleaning it up now. So in his tutorial, he pulled like everything up into a ponytail with no lumps or anything like that, but he had it way up top. So I think I might go a little bit lower so it's not as over-directed. So hopefully I won't get like that full kind of like mullety kind of shag look, which does look cute on some people, but I don't want that kind of layering. So let's go. Also, can we talk about how much nicer this feels? Whew. I mean, that was probably a good 4 inches I cut off. Alright, so at this point I got my ponytail, I got it smooth and pulled back as tightly as possible and as smoothly as possible. And now we just pull our ponytail all the way up and do a chop, chop, chop. It's going to be hard to do because my hair is still pretty long. March winds and April showers make way for sweet flowers, and then come to March winds and April showers, romance will soon be ours, and outdoor paradise. Alright, my hair is cut. Now it's time to color it. I ended up getting Lime Crime's unicorn hair dye, and this was actually my second choice. I really wanted to do Arctic Fox, but apparently it's really, really popular, so it was really hard finding the color that I wanted. So I'm like, screw it, we're gonna have unicorn hair. So to say I am dyeing my hair is a bit hopeful because I have no intentions of bleaching my hair. I'm trying to get away from that and get my hair back healthy again. So this is probably going to be more of a 10, and I absolutely doubt that it's going to touch these really dark spots. So I'm probably going to see some color on my roots, but particularly at the ends where I had my ombre, and it's a little bit lighter, so I'm probably going to have like tinted ends. And I'm okay with that, because here's the thing, my hair is much lighter than the color that I have been dyeing it, and that was so high maintenance. Every month I had to touch up my roots because it was so light, it almost looked like I was going bald. So I'm hoping that maybe adding like color, kind of like blending everything together, will allow my hair to fade a little bit more gracefully, and then I can get away from the dark. Like I tried it, it was nice, but it's just too high maintenance for me. And then comes and you, for a couple hours, it said, or at least that was recommended, so you get like a fuller color, which I figure since my hair was dark to begin with, that leaving it longer might be better. I'm gonna clean up, wait 2 hours, and I will see you in a bit.
Make way for happy dollars and playtime, June time, love time, and
So it looks like it stained my scalp without really, it doesn't look like it really tinted my roots much. I don't know how well you can actually tell. Yeah, I don't think it did much at all to my roots, which kind of sucks. Otherwise, I think the rest tinted really nicely. Like, I think it looks pretty good, but I'm gonna style it and I'll see you in a bit. It's done, and it's just as subtle as I expected it to be. You really only see it if you're in direct sunlight, and you know what, that's fine. I still think it adds like a nice tint of color. I think it's kind of pretty. My only grief is because it did stain my scalp, and there's a little bit in the back too where it stained my scalp, but it didn't touch the roots at all, which I think is weird because my natural hair color really isn't that dark. And my only assumption, and I didn't even think about it at the time, is I did have product to lift my roots, so I'm sure there was still some left in there. That's probably why it didn't stick. But I do still have product left over in the tubs, so I can go back through later. But for now, I'm gonna call this goal complete. It was a lot of work, but I think it turned out really well. Yay!
March winds and April showers make way for sweet May flowers, and then come